What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Daytime Emmy Award, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, March 22nd, 2018, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, the iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Star Wars actor John Boyega says he took his job very seriously as the lead in the Robots vs. Monsters movie Pacific Rim Uprising. Set for theatrical release March 23rd and directed by Stephen S. DeKnight, the sequel to the 2013 blockbuster Pacific Rim features a primarily new cast including Boyega, Scott Eastwood, Kaylee Spaney, and Tae Jing. Bern Gorman, Charlie Day, and Rinko Kikuchi have returned to reprise their roles of Dr. Herman Gilbert, Dr. New Geisler, and Michael Mori for the first film. Boyega, who is also producer on The Uprising, said recently during a cast panel discussion at New York's Comic-Con, the version of this movie was not to rewrite what writer-director Guillermo del Toro did, but to build upon it to expand this universe. We have an opportunity, with it being based 10 years in the future, to expand on where the humans are at right now. The 25-year-old British actor says, I love the first movie, and one of the biggest reasons was because of Idris Elba, and I'm going to play his son. Filling those shoes is definitely a responsibility, but we all work as a unit, and Jake doesn't exist without the other characters. This is also a great ensemble piece. He also added, it's fun, it's action. I believe it's everything you want Pacific Rim to be moving forward. Elba's General Stacker Pentecost was killed in the first installment of the futuristic franchise, which saw heroes pilot enormous Jaeger machines to battle the equally huge Kaiju sea beast. As if Jake is trying to live up to his father's legacy and be a leader for the next generation, Boyega laughed and said, no, the greatest heroes don't accept their legendary status. He further described his character as a stealer and a hustler before he gets drawn into a campaign to save the world, following in his late dad's footsteps. Given his involvement in two high-profile film franchises, Boyega was grilled about the rewards of being a sci-fi icon. The Trident Circle actor replied as the crowds cheered, I don't feel like it's a sci-fi icon yet. The Knight, a filmmaker whose credits include the TV dramas Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Spartacus, and Daredevil, said he did his best to infuse what fans love about the first Pacific Rim into a fresh story here. He also hinted that if the sequel is well received, it could lead to more big screen epics. Knight says Guillermo set the table, and it was a fantastic visual feast, and we wanted to make sure we honored what he created and also expanded the universe, and this is hopefully the first step in the bigger Pacific Rim franchise. Spaney said going into Uprising was super intimidating, largely because it had such a passionate fan base she doesn't want to disappoint. The 20-year-old actress confided, there's a whole tech vocabulary that I wanted to make sure I knew what was going on, but everyone was prepared every time I had a question about it. So Boyega assured the audience it was everyone's goal to see, quote, real fans are pleased, but also the new fans are up to speed with what's going on. He says, so we've got all your backs, don't worry. Toro, who served as a producer of Uprising, won an Oscar this month for helming The Shape of Water. Among his other movies includes Pan's Labyrinth and Hellboy. Scholastic is set to publish Wizarding World author J.K. Rowling's original screenplay for her upcoming Harry Potter prequel, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. The screenplay will be released on November 16th to coincide with the worldwide release of the film that stars Jude Law as a younger Albus Dumbledore and a returning Ed Redmayne as Newt Scamander, who is tasked by the future Hogwarts headmaster to take down Dark Wizard Grindelwald, played by Johnny Depp. Grindelwald has escaped from the Magical Congress of the United States of America following the events of the first film and hopes to raise pure-blood wizards up to rule over all non-magical beings. The sequel will be set in London and Paris. An ebook edition of the screenplay will be published simultaneously on Pottermore, Rowling's web portal for all things Harry Potter. The Crime of Grindelwald is the second film in a planned 5-film series that began with 2016's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The Fantastic Beasts saga works as a prequel to Rowling's Harry Potter series as it helped shape the Wizarding World. The screenplay for the first film was also published and marked Rowling's screenwriting debut. Disney has announced that new areas and experiences featuring the Marvel Universe are coming to Disneyland Resort in California, Disneyland Paris, and Hong Kong Disneyland. Spider-Man, Iron Man, Ant-Man, Wasp, and other superheroes are seen next to the Avengers symbol and 3 promotional posters for the new expansions that Disney highlights in an announcement video released Tuesday. Disneyland Resort, which already has the recently opened Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout ride, will be receiving a new Marvel-themed land that will open in 2020 as part of Disney California Adventure Park. Disneyland Paris will be receiving a Marvel area with an Iron Man and Avengers theme, right along with an Art of Marvel hotel, also in 2020, while Hong Kong Disneyland receives a Marvel-themed area with an Ant-Man and Wasp ride that will be accompanying the park's Iron Man experience, which opens in 2017. The chairman of Disney Parks Experiences and Consumer Products, Bob Chapek, said in a statement, with the incredibly popularity of Iron Man experience at Hong Kong Disneyland and Guardians of the Galaxy's Mission Breakout at Disney Resort, we know our guests love experiencing epic adventures and action alongside the Avengers and their heroic friends. We're all excited to take the next step by immersing our guests in this ever-expanding universe, and this is only the beginning. Amy Poehler will make her feature-length directorial debut with the new Netflix movie. The 46-year-old actress will star with fellow Saturday Night Live alums Rachel Dratch, Maya Rudolph, and Tina Fey in the film Wine Country. Netflix announced alongside a video Poehler is singing at the cast. It's happening. Amy Poehler's directorial debut, Wine Country, is coming soon to Netflix. The streaming site says, starring Amy Poehler, Rachel Dratch, Anna Gasteyer, Paula Pett, Maya Rudolph, Emily Spavey, and featuring Tina Fey. Get excited, got real excited. The Hollywood Reporter said Poehler will direct, produce, and star in the new comedy. The movie will follow a group of longtime friends who take a weekend trip to Napa to celebrate a 50th birthday. Spavey, who worked with Poehler on SNL and Parks and Recreation, wrote the script with fellow SNL alum Liz Kanzlowski. Production will begin towards the end of March in Los Angeles and Napa. Poehler previously directed episodes of Parks and Recreation and the TV movie Dumb Prince. Her last starring TV role was a reprisal of Susie on the Netflix series Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later. General Hospitals earned a leading 26 nods when Daytime Emmy Award nominations were announced Wednesday. Its fellow soap operas, Days of Our Lives and The Young and the Restless, followed close behind with 25 nominations each. The 3 shows will compete with The Bold and the Beautiful, which has 18 nominations for Outstanding Daytime Drama. Nominated for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series are Eileen Davidson for The Young and the Restless, Nancy Lee Grant, Mara West, and Laura Wright for General Hospitals, and Marcy Miller for Days of Our Lives. The contenders for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series are Peter Bergman from The Young and the Restless, Michael Easton and Billy Miller from General Hospital, John McCook from The Bold and the Beautiful, and James Reynolds from Days of Our Lives. Nominees for Outstanding Morning Program are CBS Sunday Morning, CBS This Morning, Good Morning America, and The Today Show. Up for Outstanding Talk Show Informative are The Chew, Dr. Oz Show, Megyn Kelly Today, Larry King Now, and Steve Harvey. Vying for the Outstanding Talk Show Entertainment titles are The Ellen DeGeneres Show, Live with Kelly and Ryan, The Real, The Talk, and The View. In the running for Outstanding Game Shows are Family Feud, Jeopardy, Let's Make a Deal, The Price is Right, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Nominated for Outstanding Game Show hosts are Steve Harvey for Family Feud, Alex Trebek for Jeopardy, Wayne Brady for Let's Make a Deal, Pat Sajak for Wheel of Fortune, and Chris Harrison for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Shortlisted for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program are Couples Court with the Cutlers, Divorce Court, Judge Judy, Judge Mathis, and Justice Judge May Blaine. Winners will be announced at a ceremony to be held at California's Pasadena Civic Auditorium on April 29th. Television personalities Mario Lopez from Extra and Cheryl Underwood from The Talk will host the gala. Meghan Markle will have a wax figure at Madame Tussauds in London. The Wax Museum announced in a tweet Wednesday that will unveil the statue of the 36-year-old American actress prior to her wedding to British Royal Prince Harry in May. The company wrote, OMG tried this for news at hashtag Meghan Markle will be joining her future husband Prince Harry at hashtag Madame Tussauds London. Can't breathe. Hashtag the princess is here. Madame Tussauds, which unveiled a new statue of Prince Harry in 2014, included a photo of a small billboard it placed outside Buckingham Palace. The notice reads, world-famous Madame Tussauds London will be safely delivered of a future princess, bride-to-be, and former queen of the courtroom in May 2018. Her royal likeness, Meghan Markle, will take her position along future husband Prince Harry in a time for the wedding this year. Madame Tussauds also shared the news on a post on its website. Madame Tussauds' London General Manager Edwin Fuller said in a statement, excitement for the royal couple's wedding reach across the globe, so it will come as no surprise that we've been secretly working away on a Meghan Markle figure since news of the royal engagement broke. He also added, it's clear that the public has already taken Meghan to their hearts, one half of arguably one of the most famous couple in the world right now. She already made her own mark as a humanitarian and role model. We're excited to give her guests the chance to meet her in an attraction later this year. Markle, who is known for the USA Network series Suits, will tie the knot May 19th at St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle. Kensington Palace announced Tuesday that Markle and Prince Harry will serve lemon elderflower cakes at their wedding. Macaulay Culkin says losing his virginity at 15 was a planned and special experience. The 37-year-old actor discussed his first time having sex on Tuesday's episode of the Anna Faris' Unqualified podcast after host Anna Faris asked at what age he'd like his hypothetical child to first have sex. He responded, I was about 15, so I think that would be the youngest I'd be okay with it. I'd say about 32, I want them to wait till they're married. Culkin then went into detail about losing his virginity as a teenager. The star said, mine was special. It wasn't gross or weird. We planned it. He recalled, I thought, geez, this is weird. Am I doing it right? We're listening to the White Album. Culkin confirmed he is presently dating a special lady friend. He said his girlfriend is Asian, although he didn't share the woman's name. The star gushed, I'm with a lady right now, and she is so good to me. She just does nice things, and I feel at first I didn't know how to be treated well in that kind of way. It was strange, almost foreign concept, so that kind of thing, I realized it's important to me. Culkin is rumored to be dating Brenda Song, whom he was first linked to in July. The pair were spotted holding hands and being affectionate during an outing at Knott's Scary Farm in October. Caitlyn Jenner says she had sun damage removed from the tip of her nose. The 68-year-old television personality encouraged fans to wear sunblock in a post Tuesday after reportedly having a cancerous spot removed from her nose. Jenner shared a makeup-free photo of herself recovering at home after the removal. The tip of the star's nose was raw and red from the procedure. She captioned the picture, I recently had to get some sun damage removed from my nose. PSA, always wear your sunblock. People reported Jenner had a cancerous basal cell sarcoma removed from her nose. The star detailed with similar damages on the side of her face and nose in 2012 and 2013, respectively, according to TMZ. Jenner, who came out as transgender in 2015, says in a Twitter video that the same year that her complexion has changed since her transition to a woman. She told fans, it certainly has changed. Back in the 80s, I had my beard removed, which actually took a lot of volume right out of my face. So it's kind of been a little potholy. That has gotten better throughout the years, which is a good thing. Tori Spelling enjoyed dinner with her family on the first day of spring. The 44-year-old actress and television personality presented a special meal with husband Dee McDermott and their 5 kids Tuesday after spending the day with son Finn. Spelling shared a photo on Instagram of a plate of ravioli with sauce and a breadstick. She said in the caption that March 20th is National Ravioli Day. The star wrote, our family went to Domingo's Italian Deli and picked up some of their homemade ravioli and sauces to prepare at home at dinner. Pink pasta, we all choose. It's cheese ravioli with an amazing pink sauce. Our princess and princess are very happy. Spelling had posted pictures from her morning with 5-year-old Finn earlier that day. The star, who shares Finn, 11-year-old Liam, 9-year-old Stella, 6-year-old Hattie, and 1-year-old Beau, Will McDermott wrote, it's the first day of spring. I can't believe my 4th bud Finn has blossomed into this strong, beautiful, funny, and kid 5 years old flower. She says, I love watching all my 5 babies blossom. I water them with love daily and empower them to grow to their fullest potential. Hashtag Liam, hashtag Stella, hashtag Hattie, hashtag Finn, hashtag Bo, hashtag watching my garden grow. Spelling posted following reports police were called to the star's home this month after disturbance. The actress was spotted kissing McDermott on the set March 12th in Malibu, California, as they reportedly are filming a scene for Sharknado 6. A source told Us Weekly, Tori and Dean walked to the set together holding hands. They were in great moods, arriving and leaving together. Liam Payne says he has his struggles with girlfriend Cheryl Cole. The 24-year-old British singer addressed his relationship with Cole in the March 23rd issue of ES magazine following rumors of a split from the 34-year-old recording artist. Payne said of the reports, the funniest thing was a week before we were getting married, the next week we're splitting up. He is explaining, and the thing is, for me, I just like to think we're somewhere in the middle. You know, we have our struggles, like, of course, I'm not going to sit here and say that everything's absolutely fine and dandy, because, of course, you go through different relationships, and that's what a relationship is. Payne, who shares 1-year-old son Bear Gray with Cole, says the most important thing is that he and the singer work through their issues as a family. The star says this part of our relationship was never not going to happen. There was always going to be a little bit of tense in the way we sort ourselves out. But tell me a relationship in the world that doesn't go through a spot like that. He added, it's about whether you make it through it or not together is the main point there, I guess. Payne and Cole attended the Brit Awards together in February amid split rumors, leading some to suggest the appearance was a publicity stunt. Cole called the speculations ludicrous in a subsequent tweet. The singer wrote, oh, stop, no one cares who's been spectacularly arguing or not in their relationships. Oh, your stunt theories are just ludicrous and a bit weird. Payne came to fame with the boy band One Direction and released his debut solo single Strip That Down featuring Quavo in May 2017. Cole released her 4th album, Only Human, in November 2014. Bruce Springsteen's one-man show Springsteen on Broadway has added 81 additional performances, extending his day at the Walter Kerr Theater until December 15th. The extra dates will begin July 10th, with tickets going on sale March 29th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time through Ticketmaster's Verified Fan Program. Only fans who previously registered for the sales but haven't purchased tickets will be eligible to receive an invitation to the sale due to high demand. A digital lottery will also be held through Lucky Seat for those interested in buying tickets after the initial sales. This marks the 3rd extension for Springsteen on Broadway following its initial 8-week run in October. The second leg of the music icon's New York residency ends on June 30th. Springsteen previously said in a statement about the show, my vision of these shows is to make them as personal and intimate as possible. I chose Broadway for this project because it has the beautiful old theaters, which seems like the right setting for what I have in mind. In fact, with 1 or 2 exceptions, the 960 seats of the Walter Kerr Theater is probably the smallest venue I've played in the last 40 years. My show is just me, the guitar, the piano, the words, and music. Some of the show is spoken, some of it is sung, all of it together in pursuit of my constant goal to communicate something of value. Bruno Mars, The Weeknd, Jack White, and Arctic Monkeys have been announced as the headliners for Lollapalooza 2018, which will take place in Chicago's Grant Park from August 2nd to the 5th. Travis Scott, The National, Vampire Weekend, Odessa, Logic, Post Malone, Khalid, Lil Uzi Vert, Portugal the Man, Tyler the Creator, Churches, LL Cool J, Camila Cabello, Gucci Mane, and other musical acts will also be taking the stage at the festival. Tickets for Lollapalooza 2018, including 4-day passes and VIP packages, are on sale through the festival's website. 4-day general admission tickets start at $335. Chance the Rapper, Lorde, and Arctic Fire headlined last year's Lollapalooza, but Lorde's performance was canceled due to a weather emergency. Everyday rapper Logic has split from wife Jessica Andrea. The 28-year-old recording artist, born Sir Robert Brinson Hall II, said in a post Tuesday on Twitter that it just didn't work out with Andrea, whom he married in October 2015. Logic wrote, after 2 years of marriage, we have come to the loving conclusion that we're much better as friends. As entertainers, we have made every aspect of our lives public, yet we would appreciate your respect and privacy at this time. He says it's very simple, it just didn't work out, there's no anger involved, no fighting, no cheating, no nothing. We love each other and will continue to support each other for the rest of our lives. Logic said he and Andrea plan to peacefully end their marriage and begin a new chapter of love and happiness as friends. The star said, "There will be no displays of anger or hatred that tear people apart. The public will not be made to choose sides. There are no sides. There is just us. Two people who love each other in marriage and will continue to love each other for the rest of our lives." Andrea retweeted Logic's post on her own Twitter account. She wrote, "I love you, Bobby," adding heart emojis and love to all the fans. Sources told TMZ Logic became distant from Andrea following the success of his single 1-800-273-8255 in 2017. The rapper reportedly told Andrea he wanted a divorce shortly after they attended the Grammy Awards together in January. An insider said he just wants to be single. Demi Lovato says she first contemplated suicide at age 7. The 25-year-old singer and actress discussed her battle with loneliness and depression in a preview of Tuesday's episode of Dr. Phil. Lovato told host Dr. Phil McGraw, "The very first time that I was suicidal was when I was 7. I had this fascination with death." She says, "I've experienced things that I've not talked about and that I don't know if I will ever talk about it, but at 7, I knew that if I were to take my own life, that the pain would end." Lovato says the thoughts returned several times, including when she was bullied and struggled with depression and bipolar disorder. The star says, "I turned to cutting. There was a while there where my mom was afraid to wake me up in the morning because she didn't know if she opened the door if I would be alive or not. Every time I cut it, it got deeper and deeper." She explained it was driven by sadness, it was loneliness and depression, and I believe that a lot had to do with my unresolved issues with my birth father that I hadn't dealt with yet. Lovato's dad, Patrick Lovato, left the singer and her mom when she was young. Lovato said in a video in 2015 that her song Father is about her dad who died of cancer in June 2013. The star says, "I was very conflicted when he passed because he was abusive. He was mean, but he wanted to be a good person. He wanted to have his family." She added he wasn't capable of raising a family because of his mental illness. To know that it wasn't fully his fault really was saddening to me. I wanted to write about it. I wanted to process it. The Library of Congress has selected Run DMC's Raising Hell, Fleetwood Mac's Rumors, and other songs, comedy specials, and radio recordings to join the National Recording Registry of the Library of Congress. Librarian of Congress Carla Hayden announced the honorees, which the library describes as audio treasures worthy of preservation, in a release Wednesday. The Library National Recording Preservation Board, consisting of leaders in the fields of music, sound, and preservation, submitted nominations for considerations, as did members of the public. With that guidance, the librarian selected 25 titles every year that are culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant and are at least 10 years old, the library says. The class of 2017 brings the total number of titles on the registry to 500. The library's total recorded sound collection is close to 3 million items. Other selected works this year include We're Gonna Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley and the Comets, I Left My Heart in San Francisco by Tony Bennett, My Girl by The Temptations, the soundtrack to The Sound of Music, The Gambler by Kenny Rogers, Footloose from the film Footloose by Kenny Loggins, and Rhythm's Gonna Get You by Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine. Hayden said in the statement, "This annual celebration of recorded sound reminds us of our varied and remarkable American experience. The unique trinity of historic, cultural, and aesthetic significance reflected in the National Recording Registry each year is an opportunity to reflect on landmarks, moments, diverse cultures, and share moments all reflected in our recorded landscapes." Run DMC's Reverend Run, real name Joseph Simmons, says, "The thing that I remember most about Raising Hell is that it was so much great energy that was made very easily. To think that something that just came out of my mouth and out of my creativity is being put on this level of honor just blows my mind." And here are the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 sales charts for the week of March 24th. Number 10, Kendrick Lamar and SZA with All the Stars. Number 9, Block Boy JB featuring Drake with Look Alive. Number 8, The Weeknd and Kendrick Lamar for Pray For Me. Number 7, Camila Cabello featuring Young Thug with Havana. Number 6, Sed, Maren Morris and Gray with The Middle. Number 5, Post Malone featuring Ty Dolla $ign with Psycho. Number 4, Beha Reha and For Georgia Line with Meant to Be. Number 3, Bruno Mars and Cardi B with Finesse. Number 2, Ed Sheeran with Perfect. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 Singles Charts for the week of March 24th, Drake with God's Plan. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 2007, News Corporation and NBC announced a new web deal. In a long-anticipated challenge to websites like the popular video sharing site YouTube, two entertainment giants, News Corp and NBC Universal, announced a high-stakes internet venture on this date in 2007. According to the terms of the deal, News Corporation, owned by the Australian media mogul Rupert Murdoch, and NBC, a unit of General Electric Corporation, would begin distributing their own programming on popular websites such as American Online, Yahoo, MySpace, and Microsoft's new internet portal, MSN. News Corp and NBC also plan to make videos of TV shows and movies available on a separate website. The site would all be supported by advertisers and free to viewers who would edit the available content and post their own, as well as buy downloads of movies made by 20th Century Fox and Universal Studios. By allowing users to upload and view streaming service, YouTube, which was bought by Google Inc. in 2006 for a $1.65 billion, entered into a tense relationship with media companies who became angry when copyrighted materials such as television shows, film clips, and music videos turned up on the site without their permission. In the face of YouTube's enormous success, TV networks were forced to adjust their traditional formula to embrace the new media technologies. In one particularly notable example, in 2006, a YouTube user uploaded Lazy Sunday, a clip from NBC's sketch comedy show Saturday Night Live, that quickly became a sensation online as millions of users viewed it, then forwarded it to friends. Initially angry at the copyright infringement, NBC soon realized the potential of the site to drum up awareness of their programming and to agree to add more of its clips to the YouTube library. The NBC News Corp deal in March 2007 represented larger-scale attempts by the two media companies to exert greater control over the distribution of their video material online. The result of the deal was the online video site Hulu, launched to a selected group of users in the fall of 2007 and to the general public in the spring of 2008. Other media companies have chosen to deal with the challenge of YouTube in a different way. In the spring of 2007, Viacom Inc., the owner of Comedy Central, MTV, VH1, and other cable channels, filed a $1 billion lawsuit against the video sharing site. The Mammoth case was by far the most significant challenge over YouTube's alleged violation of intellectual property rights to date. Whatever its outcome, the case was most definitely certain to play an important role in defining the terms of an entertainment universe that had been radically changed by the rise of new media. And as your entertainment report for Thursday, March 22nd, 2018, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.